Welcome to the latest edition of A Mugful of Marketing, your regular dose of brews and views from across the world of marketing. On this week's episode, we're going to be catching up with some of the recent updates and features from across the social media platforms, and that's going to include big changes to Instagram recommendations.
Got a new social media platform called Airchat.
AI celebrity influence chatbots on Meta.
Yeah, and some YouTube changes as well to Shorts.
Yeah, and a few other kind of smaller Instagram features as well that have been launched. Let's start with the big news. Instagram recommendations and direct replace.
So, a big move to reward original content and creators of it, and smaller creators of content as well.
What's happening?
They announced that there's been a lot of success and space in the past given to content that's done well but hasn't necessarily been created originally. Things that people have found on the internet, they've curated it, and maybe their whole profile is about
reposting content they've found.
Exactly.
Sharing stuff.
So they want to give more credit back to the original creators of this content. So they're introducing this thing called direct replace.
Right.
This is summer 2024, I believe they've said. So it should be coming out in the next couple of months, but the idea is that if someone shares a bit of your content and it does really well on their behalf, they will then swap it out with it being your original content.
So you won't see the post that they've made.
No.
You'll see exactly what you...
That's the idea. We'll see how effective it is when they do it. But the idea behind all of that is to just get people creating more original content, or if you're an aggregator, putting a spin on it so that it actually is classed as original content. How they do that, not sure yet, but there will be a degree of change required to a piece of content for it to be classed as original, I'm assuming. Okay,
and there's the other change is recommendations.
Yeah.
How that's going to change.
So for smaller accounts, essentially, they want to allow smaller original creators to have more of a foot up into it. And there's also how it's shown to people. So in the past, the way it's worked is, on Instagram anyway, is a piece of content gets posted and it gets shown to the followers. How well that is received by followers then determines whether or not it makes it into the more kind of discoverability areas of the platform.
So it goes out from your followers into...
Do my followers like it? Therefore, other people might like it too. They're changing that model.
Okay.
And they're moving it more towards how TikTok has kind of always been based, which is push it out to lots of people and then assess how well it's picked up on.
So a bit more meritocratic, a bit more democratic. You're going to let the people decide what goes big.
Yeah, but it has its pros and cons because you don't always know who those people are.
So it might be the wrong content for that audience.
And I think that has an impact then on the comment sections and how content is received. But it does mean that there's a much higher probability of your content randomly going viral.
So it's a bit bigger opportunity. In terms of the advice that we would be giving creators then, what is that?
Make more reels, make more original content, and focus on that side of things. The rest of it all of those changes will come in gradually, but if you're doing that, they've made it very clear that original content creation is what they want to see, and reels will be the format that benefit from that the most early on, certainly.
Okay, so it's going to reward the original creators.
More reach, more exposure, more opportunity to go viral. It all sounds good on paper, so hopefully that does actually play out like that. Okay.
Next up, we have a new social network, Airchat. So described as a kind of voice and text network, a sort of voice note first network.
Yeah, it's very early days, but we thought we'd have a look into it. It's being dubbed as the dawn of social audio, and by it being, I don't know if that's someone in the marketing department there.
It sounds like something that...
I don't think it's solving a problem that kind of, needed solving really yet, but it's the idea behind it is a bit like Twitter with a voice note attached to it, so you can listen to a conversation.
Yeah. So there are advantages to voice over text in terms of getting your tone across.
Yeah, context and tone are lost a lot when you're reduced to so many characters.
Yeah, there's a chance as well this might... it humanizes a lot of the content. There's a chance it might be slightly less combative if you're actually having to say it out loud rather than just text it.
Yeah, you've got to commit to something a bit more as well when you say it. I can see where it's come from. There was Clubhouse a couple of years ago, wasn't there? That was all about audio. So I don't know about this being that revolutionary, really, but.
And Twitter's got its room spaces.
Yeah, exactly. So people have been pushing these areas to use voice. Now, I think the real challenge is WhatsApp and Instagram DMs, where people are already speaking to friends and talking about topics over voice recorded notes.
Yeah.
So,
is there a big enough market for it? And also, could X just add a kind of voice to text functionality to its own platform and completely kill their USP?
Exactly. It feels like
if it takes off in any way.
It feels like a feature, not a platform. I think that's maybe the biggest challenge to it, but that is because we've got used to a world where all of the platforms have all of the features.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So watch this space on that.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. And next up, creators and their AI bot versions on Meta.
Yeah, digital doppelgangers. So Meta are wanting to humanize the whole kind of help process and chat process on streams and in various spaces across their platforms. So there's this idea of personalizing bots to look and act like the creator. Yeah.
I get dystopian vibes. I'm immediately turned off on the entire idea.
I know. I don't like it either. Like, I understand the reasoning. It's all about making people feel connected to a process. But I think you can push things too far the other way where, I mean, do we really need like a celebrity lookalike help bot?
And because my understanding is it looks and sounds, it uses the same kind of phrases.
And uses AI to respond like from how you've behaved and posted and all that kind of stuff.
How well that works and whether you trust it as well. You know, your own personal brand, whether you trust it to Meta's AI.
Well, I just don't think people connect with it properly. We've already been through this in the 70s with all of the development of robots when that was all boom, and you know the uncanny valley phrase was coined, wasn't it? Which was ultimately you kind of, the closer you get to human likeness, the more freaked out people get.
Yeah, I mean, I don't welcome these robot overlords. It's not for me.
I'm not with Barnaby human. You know, I'm with the computer overlords if they happen to be watching.
I guess the kind of warning signs. What would we advise? So we've got obviously some fairly high profile clients who might want to use this feature. What will we be advising them?
I don't think I'll be jumping at it until I've seen enough evidence that it's worthwhile. I think autoresponders and things anyway, they're not the most exciting thing. I don't know. We'll have to see. You certainly, if you're putting your face to something that is automatically responding in your name, you need to be certain that it's what it's saying exactly, and what those boundaries are. So I think we need to see what the parameters are and the kind of safeguards behind how it's going to respond.
Okay, I think that's fair. Now there's a few new Instagram features as well this month.
Fun toys for stories. We've got some new stickers. So I thought it'd be good to just run through some of those. And
so the first one, there's the Your Music sticker.
Yeah.
Tell me what that is.
So you can now on a photo add Your Music sticker. It acts a little bit like the existing one where you can add a photo to a theme. But this is, you select a song from the discography on Instagram. So I guess if you're an artist or a label, it's quite a good way to get people to share your music around a theme.
Your back catalogue.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your perfect set list of mine?
Yeah.
All of them shared.
Yeah, or just kind of like, which of my tracks do you like when you're reflecting, or I don't know, something like that ties emotion to it is always going to get the best kind of user-generated content going. But then I guess it does work the other way as well. Whereas if you're a brand, or if you've got a product or something like that, maybe you could be using the photo to be the kind of main focus of it, and then getting people to kind of, I don't know, maybe you sell pans and you're wanting people to add a song of like what song they cook to.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the idea behind it. I think it's fun. It's a nice feature.
So, yeah, a nice way to boost engagement.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. All of these changes and additions to the stickers are about making it more playful and more interactive, I think.
What else have we got on the stickers? We've got frames.
Frames, it's a fake Polaroid sticker. It's not too exciting. It's probably my least fun out of the new stickers, but... Yeah, it's just a frame for a sticker that you have to kind of interact with to reveal it. Like you would shake...
People want you to shake their Polaroid picture.
Yeah, so you can...
Or more likely just jab at it.
Yeah, exactly. So you could use it to reveal a product, or you could use it to reveal some album artwork or something like that. It's just it's a bit gimmicky, but I mean...
Mild interaction.
Exactly.
Yeah. But fairly easy. It's fairly low kind of pressure interaction as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a similar idea to the third one that they've introduced, which is called the reveal sticker.
Okay.
Now this is all about you have to DM the account, and a blurred picture on your story will then become visible.
Right, okay. So it's kind of teasing them with something and forcing some engagement before they can access the content. You see it on LinkedIn all the time, a comment to receive our top 10 tips on how to build your business or whatever it is.
DM me to receive this, and you know, do you want this guide to how to do that? DM me. I mean, these are tactics and things that people have been using on Instagram for quite a long time already.
A very sort of soft gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you can find out who your engaged audience are and create a little bit more beyond that as well to find out who could be your engaged audience in terms of the funnel. So then you could follow on those conversations with them in the DMs. I like it. I think it's fun, but also purposeful, because the end product is ultimately conversation.
Yeah. So in terms of how you might use that as an artist?
You could... reveal some artwork. Maybe you could do something like if you're on tour, you could reveal where you're doing a secret party or something like that. I think that could be quite fun. A photo of like somewhere that's really notable in a city, and you have to DM.
Come find us. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a bit of fun and a way to kind of bring people along for the ride.
Great. The final one is creative cutout stickers. This one sounds quite fun.
Yeah, it just uses the same kind of technology that you have on a lot of phones now, where you can kind of hover over a photo and the AI just selects the object and brings it out as a sticker. The difference being now that you can do that and layer these stickers in your stories over it very easily. It just means that you can kind of jazz up a story, essentially.
Or you can make something fun, some fun memes, you know, cut yourself out, put yourself into
really quickly.
Stuff.
And I think that's the difference, isn't it? The stuff that isn't new. It's just that
it makes it more accessible.
You can do it in the pub, couldn't you? If you're sat opposite someone and they do something funny, you could take a photo of them, turn it into a cutout and put it on a sticker. I think like it's just a good fun
memeable
one.
Yeah.
For
okay.
Sure.
Lastly this week, we have YouTube testing a new feature, subscriber-only shorts.
Yeah. So shorts, we've banged on about shorts quite a bit in previous episodes. We're fans of them. I think they do very well. Views on there have always been good for channels. I think where we've always found a bit of disconnect is shorts doing well, not necessarily converting into subscribers. Okay. So I think this is potentially just adding a little bit more purpose to shorts and seeing how that they can actually start bridging the gap there and convert into subscribers.
So as I understand it, the shorts are essentially, there's a section of shorts that's only for subscribers for certain accounts. So it encourages people to become subscribers.
Which I guess reminds me of TikTok. as you have a general feed and you have your feed for followers in a separate tab. And I guess it's a format that works. People like being able to dip out new content they can discover and actually have something a bit more familiar and a space where they've got a guaranteed tone of what they're going to get.
Okay, so it's a good way potentially to build your subscribers.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And in terms of sort of advice, is it to make some of these?
Just be using shorts. And I guess also it depends on what your strategy is behind shorts. If maybe do some stuff that is actually content with a subscriber in mind, so someone that is already familiar with you, have content that is designed to make people a fan or a follower of your channel and what it's about, so slightly broader content.
Okay.
And have other content that is designed to speak a bit more directly to people that they already know who you are.
Right. Great. I think that kind of rounds us up for this week. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and catch us next time on Mugful of Marketing.
See ya.